Hey, so CP is the second biggest impact on HIE kids, epilepsy being the top one. And we're going to talk today about hip surveillance and cerebral palsy. Why is this important? Well, because hips and spines, because of how CP can impact people across all different levels of what's called the GMFCS, which is the Gross Motor Function Classification Scale, can cause all sorts of not fun problems. And that is due to how CP affects people, either with hypotonia or hypertonia, so low or high tone, spasticity, dystonia, you name it. And there's all sorts of, from 1 to 5, varying degrees of impact. And this is Max. He's my 12-year-old, and this is my husband, Mike, and this is at Ortho today. And this is something that we did not know was going to be a part of our journey because we did not have an ortho consult until now, today, which was the first time, because Max had follow-up x-rays just back in May, and they surprisingly came back to everyone as his right hip being 40% out. Now, back to this clinical pathway, they have this set up of what the ideal is by the evidence and the research out there, and it talks about under each different classification what the ideal clinical exam schedule should look like and the ideal x-ray schedule should look like. So under 2, which is Max, should have had it, early on, which he did. He had one at 18 months, and then it says age 6 and 10. He definitely did not get one at age 6, and he did not get one at age 10. He got one at age 11 when we were prepping for selective dorsal rhizotomy surgery. He was an excellent candidate for that. A little bit later than I really wanted to have him have that, but he did. Major surgery, major recovery back in December when he was 11. Now, his x-rays that he had last summer did not actually say that there was a migration that was greater and concerning, but it is likely that it was already migrating because of the clinical notes in the findings. Now, the one in May that we had done said 40%, and the one today said 35%. So I will take that 5%. We're going to go with that. And this is just really important for everyone. I know no one wants like extra tests and things like that for their kids, but their surveillance programs are really, really important for our kids to know about their health with their bones and their the way that joints form, making sure that if there's different interventions that can take place that are minimally invasive, you can do that to have better functional outcomes across all levels, to decrease pain across all levels. And so I think that's just something that people should be aware of. And this is a great tool to discuss with your providers. So if you do not have a physiatrist or physical medicine rehab doctor, same thing, talk about it with neuro. If you have an orthopedist, or even your orthotist who does braces, all people are aware of the need, working with kids with CP, to have hip and spine surveillance. Cannot recommend checking out AACP-ADM enough. They have a ton of great information. Amy Cutler, who is a HIE mom, she's a pediatric OT, and she's on our medical advisory board. She is on the community council for AACP-ADM. And they just have a ton of really, really great information that I think it's really helpful for you, for any of us to be able to read through and understand and, bring to our medical teams to make sure that we are getting the optimal care for our kids. So last but not least, I wanted to mention MyCP and the Cerebral Palsy Research Network. The MyCP registry has the ability for people living with CP or their patient family caregivers and parents to join and input information. Surveys get sent out by different researchers. Different research topics are pushed forward by the community, the CP community that's involved with CPRN. It's a great organization. We're working with them to build the HIE registry off of their registry because they are very, very well respected and very good at what they do. And we have so much crossover. So you can join that right now and go to their website. Would definitely recommend it. And just, again, those 2 resources for CP specifically are really helpful.